Hello and welcome to Gardening at 58 North. So in this video I'd like to show you how to look after your Senetti plant after it's finished flowering. It's very easy, there's not much that you need to do to encourage it to flower, and even though it might look like in a really sorry state like this, like loads of brown dead looking stuff, no flowers left, no new buds, pretty much the stage that most people throw it out in the bin, there's actually something you can do to save this and it will come back and give you another good flowering. So the second flowering that it will give you won't be quite as good as the first, but you can still expect a pretty good display from this plant. And all you need to do really is give it a hard cut. So if you have a look at this plant, you can see it's got a lot of old growth up there, but there are a few newer shoots coming down from lower down. You can see here there's some new shoots starting to grow, and this one down here. These are the shoots that are going to produce next flush of flowers. And to encourage this plant to produce more flowers, all you need to do is cut it back hard, and that will encourage a lot of new growth and a lot of flowers. So what you need to do is cut off about the top 2/3 of the plant. So you just need to go around the base, just simply snip away. It doesn't matter too much about where you cut it, but ideally you want to cut it just above where there's a little leaf or a little stem coming out. So for example, you've got stems here, and there's a leaf there, so that's going to kind of be where the new growth comes out. Another example would be this part here. There'll probably be new growth coming out between the stem and the leaf. But as I say, it doesn't matter too much. You do get a lot of new growth going from lower down. You just give it a good cut back, going around the whole plant. So that's about the kind of level of cutting you need to do. It does look very harsh and the plant will look quite sad afterwards. All you need to do now is cut off any existing dead material. Once you've got it down to that lower level, just cut off any of the dead leaves, anything that looks like it's going brown, and you're basically just left with a handful of leaves and a load of stems. And it does look like you've basically killed the plant and it's not going to grow back. All it takes is a bit of time, a bit of feed, and they'll be back in no time. So what you want to do now is give it a good feed, because it'll be quite hungry. It'll spend all that energy and nutrients already on growing the flowers from the previous flowering, so it needs a lot of nutrients and energy to produce the next lot of flowers. And all you need to do is give it a good feed, put it in a nice sunny position, somewhere that's not too hot. If you live in a hot country, give it a bit of shade at midday, but otherwise if you live in a cool place like the UK or maybe Canada, then you can give it direct sunlight in midday and it'll like it quite a bit. So there we are. I'll go to a time lapse now and you'll be able to see this plant going back and producing a new flush of flowers.